Hello everyone, welcome to this series on literary terms and theories. And in this video, we are going to discuss Alternance des rhymes. Introduction. In French prosody, the term Alternance des rhymes refers to the rules regulating the alteration of masculine and feminine rhymes. This system, which was more or less established in the 15th century, governed French poetry for several centuries. Despite its decline in adherence by the 19th century and further disregard by the symbolists and modern poets of the 20th century, the principles of Alternance des rhymes played a significant role in shaping the structure and rhythm of French verse. Historical development. The principles of Alternance des rhymes emerged in the 15th century and became a cornerstone of French poetic form. These rules dictated that in Alexandrine verse, a couplet with a masculine rhyme must be followed by a couplet with a feminine rhyme, or vice versa. This alteration created a balanced and rhythmic pattern in the poetry, contributing to its musicality and aesthetic appeal. Masculine and feminine rhymes. In French prosody, masculine rhymes are those that end with a stressed syllable, whereas feminine rhymes end with an unstressed syllable, often marked by a silent E. The alteration of these rhymes in a poem provided a structured rhythm and helped to avoid monotony. The rules were also known as rhymes palates or rhymes souviers, indicating a fixed and predictable rhyme scheme. The rigid rules of Alexandrine verse. Alexandrine verse, characterized by its 12-syllable lines with a caesura dividing each line into two hemistichs, was the most prominent form of French classical poetry. The rigid rule of Alternance des rhymes was particularly strict in Alexandrine verse, where the balance between masculine and feminine rhymes was meticulously maintained. This adherence to rhyme alteration was seen as a mark of poetic discipline and skill. Decline in the 19th century. By the 19th century, the rigid application of Alternance des rhymes began to wane. The Romantic movement, with its emphasis on emotion and individual expression, often prioritized content over form. Poets started to experiment with different rhyme schemes and rhythms, gradually moving away from the strict alteration of masculine and feminine rhymes. The Symbolist movement. The symbolists, who emerged in the late 19th century, further disregarded the traditional rules of Alternance des rhymes. Poets like Charles Baudelaire, Paul Verlaine, and Stéphane Mallarmé sought to evoke moods and impressions through symbolic imagery and musical language. The rigid alteration of rhymes was often seen as a constraint that hindered their creative expression. 20th century and beyond. In the 20th century, the principles of Alternance des rhymes was frequently ignored as poets continued to explore new forms and structures. Modernist and avant-garde movements embraced free verse and rejected the formal constraints of traditional prosody. This shift allowed for greater flexibility and innovation in poetic expression, although some poets still adhered to classical forms as a deliberate stylistic choice. Conclusion. The Alternance des rhymes played a crucial role in the development of French poetry, providing a framework that shaped the rhythm and structure of verse for several centuries. While its rigid application has declined over time, its influence can still be seen in the balance and musicality of French poetic forms. Understanding the historical and aesthetic significance of Alternance des rhymes offers valuable insights into the evolution of French prosody and the enduring legacy of its traditional rules. So this was the discussion on the term Alternance des rhymes. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other term. Until then, goodbye and thank you.